Welcome everyone. Welcome to season 13, mid-season State of the Union. For those of you who are coming in here for the first time, this is a tradition that has been on from season 1. And the concept started when, if you all remember, RHWB started by just training 6 or 7 kids to run. That's how it started. All the things that we are doing was not even there in our wildest of imagination. So it was all about motivating those 6 kids to do their first and maybe the only and the last race that they would do with me was the thought process. And we started off with a mid-season party because they were running during the winter, and we wanted to first appreciate them and just make them feel like superheroes, which they were. So we started this mid-season party. During the season, all parents will come. It was me and my kids, runners, who will come and present their learnings to the audience of parents. It's almost like one of those recital equivalent of running. That's how it was. We thought it was to motivate the kids, but really what happened was that all the parents got motivated in that first season party, and the way the kids talked, the way they presented, the way they shared their experiences, it was just mind-blowing for all of us. And the birth of RHWB was born in that first season SOU, State of the Union. So that's why we keep it. That's it's almost like a constitutional, an amendment is required to not do it. So I wanted to make sure that this is part of the legend that RHWB is from a history standpoint. Secondly, the idea of our mid-season SOU normally happens at the end of rest week. It is my bad that I miscommunicated or didn't communicate in time. So we got it delayed by a week this time. So apologies in advance. It's my bad. We'll try to do a better job next time. So we have a chat window here. We already see about 30 attendees. It's going to be a 1-hour meeting. A lot of information that we would like to share. I'm flanked by my lovely fellow coaches. Coach Ani, quick raise your hand. There you go. Coach Srivatsan. Then we have Coach Shiva, and we have Coach Viz joining us. Oh, we have Coach Manoj as well coming in. Oh, we have Coach Sriram as well. Okay, I'm just seeing them. Hey, welcome all coaches. It's always a pleasure to have a representation of our coaching group here. I would almost say thank you for your service. It's as big as what you do for other people's lives. So we will use the chat as we move forward for all the questions, side questions. I'm going to present it from my screen, so I won't be able to see this, but all my fellow coaches who are panelists will be seeing the chat, and we will be discussing on the side. Okay. So with that, let me share my screen for look back and looking forward of our journey in season 13. That's the goal of this presentation. First thing first, can you all see my screen now? If one of the panelists can just say that. Awesome. Cool. So welcome, guys. A little bit of a disclaimer. What a season it has been. It's been an amazing season. My God, so many weeks have passed by so quickly. I thought we just kicked off the season. In fact, I thought we just kicked off RHWB. 13 seasons have gone by that fast, and that's because of the structured nature of what we do. We have a clear goal, and we just focus on it, and we just go for it. So that's why it's a great season. Congratulations for being here. First week, peak meso cycle is done. Brilliant. So let's look back. Let's look at some of our runners. All of you are like sort of siloed in your own cohort. But you know what? Magic at a global scale is happening as we continue. So let's look back and enjoy some of our fellow runners. One thing you will see common in all these pictures is that smile of happiness. That is what hopefully will come through these pictures. So let's look back and just enjoy our fellow runners. Wow. Every time I see this, every time we see this, we coaches, this is our sort of reward for all the things we do. And as I said, if there is one thing that you would see common across that would be the sheer happiness in their face, even though they might be sweaty and salty and etc. But that's what we do. And congratulations, runners. We have not, some of you have finished your races, but we have some work to do, and that's what we're going to talk about. While we do that, I also want to congratulate all our 5K runners, and I should add master runners too, who finished the season just last week. And a special kudos to Coach Anand here in New Jersey, who kickstarted a new tradition. the Samosa 5K run. It was a new race day. It was his brainchild. You know, it was a turnkey project from him. He thought he'll have 5 or 6 runners and run along with him, his own cohort, and do a 5K run, special 5K run for all the 5K runners who are finishing. And as with all things RHWB, there is nothing called small scale. One thing led to another. Very soon he was saying that, oh my God, there's too many people. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have any permit. So it's okay. Let's make it happen. We'll pay the fine if we have to. But almost 50 runners came along with the family, and they had a fantastic time finishing their first 5K run. Getting their first 5K is a lot more special than getting a PR and full marathon. Let me tell you this. So it was a very, very special moment for a lot of folks who heretofore never thought they could even do 1 kilometer. Forget about 5 kilometers of running. And they did it. And I absolutely saw the happiness on the finish line. So kudos to Anand, and kudos to all the coaches for training their 5K runners. And then, of course, kudos to the 5K runners himself. A small sample of what happened on our first.
Okay, Chitra, with a marathoner out there, how did it feel? How did it feel, Chitra? First time 5K, it's a very special moment. How you feel?
Yeah, it's his first time.
Is this your first 5K or second 5K?
Fourth
5K. This is first 5K for him, right? Beta, look at me, Beta. Congratulations. How a veteran with us. I don't know, many half 5K, 10K, and this is just another 5K today, isn't it?
We didn't go to anything, exactly. Okay, and then
Samosa runners, 5K
every year will be the RHWB Samosa run.
Amazing. It was such a fun, absolutely a fun day that day. Congratulations, folks. So let's keep moving. So yeah, that's our mission. I just wanted to confirm that all of you are feeling it. It's not about becoming better runners. It was about developing, connecting, and creating an amazing network of great human beings. That's really what we do. And that's really what it is. And that's what we measure our progress. And boy, this mission still holds to motivate all of us to keep doing, keep giving. So thank you, all my coaches. Thanks, all the runners. Let's keep doing this. Let's change the world one runner at a time. That's the idea. Just to repeat how we define amazing human beings: taking on big goals, enjoying yours and others' successes, learning from yours and others' failure, and always giving more than taking. If you do all of these 4, as far as we RSWBians are concerned, you belong to the category of amazing human beings. Good job, guys. You committed, you are resilient, you are having a lot of fun, as clearly you saw that in the video. As I said, the journey is not complete. We have some distance still to go, but I want to remind all of you, these are the core pillars that forms the tape. Like, it's almost like a rich tapestry of these 3 coming together and creating that success that you're all experiencing thus far. So remember, committing, being resilient, and having fun essentially gets you there. I also wanted to talk about something. I want to invite Coach Srivatsan to talk us through some exciting things that happened during the season. Go ahead.
Thank you, Bala. So, like Bala said, RHWB is not just about us coaches or us administrators telling you to do things. Whenever you put together a huge group of creative individuals like all of you are, great things come from every single runner. And one such fantastic initiative that happened last season was this whole CP singing concept, which was started by Sahana Arvind. When we asked people to have a conversation with themselves and record it while they are running, she got bored with conversations. She said, okay, why don't I just try to sing? And that started SAC Award, Sahana Conversational Pace Singing Award. And this has now become a tradition with RHWB. So for those of you who are thinking about joining next season, start working on your singing voice now. Let's jump over to the next slide, Bala. So this season, we had a fantastic number of entries and really good singing and good CP running. So we had to kind of boil it down to a few special mentions here. Particularly, we were looking at people who braved the really cold winter conditions and dark days earlier in the season when this contest was going on, and stepped outside and actually did their run outdoors. They get special mentions, and a lot of them really braved hard, windy, wintry, cold conditions. So special mentions to Siva Narayanan, Shailaja Thakur, Veena Mistry, Aditya Daga, and this fantastic trio of Sris who did a fun chorus together in their CP running that I was almost tempted to jump in and start the run with them. And also very special kudos to our two joint second place winners, Veda and Dhruvan. Amazing singing along with your running. So congratulations on that. And that brings us to our winner of the SAC award this season. If you go to the next slide, Bala.
Before I go to the next slide, I just want to add one thing, if I may, Coach. I also wanted to congratulate people like Coach Ani and even myself for setting the bar really low so that others were confident in putting their, voice. So there are that identify those folks also. So Coach Ani, thanks for your bravery, buddy. Well done, man. Here you go. Back to your 3 minutes.
Okay, from one end, we go to the other end. Here is Crystal. Not only is she the fastest female half marathoner who has completed 2 sub-2 half marathons so far, including one this season, she's also one of the few singers who can actually hit ranges of notes while she is running at that tick. So incredible. And we have lots of these amazing singers, but Crystal, fantastic singing. Congratulations on winning the SAC award this season.
Amazing, Crystal. Congratulations. You've been a rock star right through. And thanks for keeping our RHWB flag flying high in the great country of China. Congratulations. Let's keep going.
Okay. On Towner initiatives, we also have Runners High initiatives. And one such fantastic initiative we do in coordination with fitnesskriya.com is yoga for runners. Yoga is great, particularly for endurance running, because it helps in improving your flexibility, strength, improving your mobility and recovery, and also can be a great therapy if you're injured or if you're recovering from an injury. And we have, through Fitness Kriya, trained instructors who can watch you one-on-one and give you help to improve on each of these aspects that will help your health and your running. If you go to the next slide, joining Fitness Kriya through RHWB, you get the 3 introductory free classes and a 10% discounted rate for the members of RHWB. You can use the link there, and this link is also available in the Runners High website. And they also offer, on top of the one-on-one sessions, lots of joint workshops, group workshops that you can take advantage of at a highly discounted rate. So please check them out. And these are great resources for runners to improve their health and improve their running. Bala, you want to add anything on top of that?
I just want to say it has made a massive difference in my life. I just want to say that we are promoting this. We as RSWB are not getting anything, nor do we want. That's who we are. In fact, we negotiated, we reduced the price for you. We are just telling you because we are in this path of changing our lives. And this changed me dramatically. And I know that it has changed many who have gone there. A chronic back pain problem. And I feel that I've never been so painless in my life. So it has made a huge difference. At a minimum, try out the 3 free classes. Then the classes can speak to themselves, go for it.
Okay. In addition to yoga, RHWB is filled with people who are quick to offer help, because that's what we do. We give more than we take. It's harder to ask for help than for offering help. And so to help people through this process, RSWB is offering a mental health support. And if you can go to the next slide, yes, there is a mental health helpline, a seamless opportunity to connect with a mental health professional, Dr. Sumant. You will get a private consult with him, and through RHWB, you can get a discounted rate, a pricing for any further consult you will need. And this session is exclusively for you with Dr. Sumant, and it's fully private. And people who want to seek help, this is a good opportunity to get some help and take advantage of this. Bala, you want to add anything to this?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I tell that this is completely private. Nobody's tracking, nobody knows. We don't even ask if anybody is reaching out to doctor or not. He's a great runner, a wonderful psychiatrist. He won't be able to prescribe medicines, but he is your first line of support to guide you on what you need to do. That's pretty much it. Just make use of it.
Yes. So it's totally okay to ask for help, and please take advantage of this. Let's jump over to the next slide. That's for you, Bala.
Yeah, let me take this. So this is one RHWB Events. It's our sister organization right now. It's a 501c3 registered nonprofit organization. The entire idea of RHWB Events is running and charity and giving. It comes very close to each other. And we all are professionals across the wide spectrum of companies. And the goal was, why don't we take on projects where we aspire to do something bigger than ourselves, work hard and perspire to get it done. And in the process of getting it done, we are able to inspire a lot more people to do similar things, giving back to the community. That's the foundation in RHWB events. We picked up our first project, giving the gift of education to one of our long-term runners, an amazing human being who inadvertently, passed away without any, sort of prematurely. So we came together, we launched this Lava Memorial Fund. The essential idea was one of his daughters is in our medical school. And we said that, we want to be your father and mother and uncle and auntie for that wonderful student, Sanjana. So we said, let's do and give you a gift of education. While we can't cover everything, something is better than nothing. And boy, we almost raised 40,000 in that endeavor. And we are paying it directly to the university for the fees. The family appreciates our generosity. I appreciate your generosity. And we are just getting started. I just wanted to say that any event that you have in mind that RHWB can put our muzzle behind, we will soon create something where you can give us ideas with some thoughts on what is it, why is it, the impact, etc. If it falls within the construct of aspire, perspire, and give a second, let me shut up. Within the perspective of aspire, perspire, and inspire, we can pick it up. We want to do 1 or 2 projects every year, and then let us see where it goes. So thank you so much, folks, for your generosity and for your kindness. Thank you so much on behalf of the family and as well as behalf of RHWB. So I will now invite Coach Shiva to take us through the next section, which is where we are today. Go for it, Coach.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good morning, all. Thank you for joining on Sunday morning. I want to provide a quick update on where we are today as a running group, running community. So this season, we have around 862 runners. 82% are in the pro category. 13% in light program we have. And guess what? We have 657 are runners or return runners. Once you get in, there is no going back. I mean, that's 76% are return runners. All right, let's move on to the next. Okay, I know this is the table. I don't want you to get confused with the table here. This represents the journey, what we have accomplished so far. So as of today, we completed the week 1 in MISO 4. So we are 74% complete to achieve our goal ending the season. That's a phenomenal, guys. We have only 24% left to reach our goal, what we started, as Bala said, right? I feel like it just started like 2 weeks back, but we're almost at the finish line. Let's keep it going.
And the 13 weeks in, that's an amazing journey, said Shiva.
All right. So what's the journey it's been? I mean, it is phenomenal. So as a group, we have completed 125,000 miles. It's purely mind-boggling. And, with that miles, we can circumvent the earth 5 times. As Bala said, right, there is no limit for us with the perseverance, with the purpose, and with the passion. There is no limit, only the next mile for us, right, as a group.
Absolutely. Small drops make big ocean, as they say. Think about it, guys. Just all of us together. 125, 5 times the circumference of the earth we have done already. That's craziness when you think about the distance we have done. Back to you, Shiva.
All right. So what's left for us to achieve, till the race day, right? So we already done with 1 week of MISO 4. So it ends on April 12th, and we have 2 weeks of taper. My suggestion is that follow the instructions in the taper week, because the taper week is very critical, especially you are a long distance runner. Please don't ignore and continue the workouts as prescribed, so that you can, come out very successfully, hit your PRs, whatnot on the 20th. All right. So when this happens, I'm not going to say how Bala says, ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Let's keep going. All right. So we want to recognize the people who have hit perfect five. What is perfect five? A runner who has not missed a single workout, including the strength training, including the running, walk, etc. So we scored this. We selected 640 pro runners and identify who have hit. 44 of them, 15% have achieved a perfect score. I mean, we all have life. We can continue to find excuses, but these amazing individuals, and no matter what, no matter the time, no matter the place, no matter the weather, they just get out of their house to get their work done. Congratulations, folks. I mean, you guys should be proud of yourself. Bala, do you want to say anything here?
Yeah, just look at the number of master runners here. I just wanted to, and then that one junior runner out of Shetty. It is one thing to be absolutely doing everything you're supposed to do when you're in your prime of youth and adult and etc. But boy, when you're a master runner, when you are a junior runner, if you're having the discipline still to do this, that is a big deal. That's a very big deal. You guys inspire every one of us, the folks who are here in this slide. Thank you, guys. This is how you do it. Remember, whatever you did just now is not just for yourself. People look at this and say, oh, this person looks and talks like me, but he's able to do 5.0. Even he has got all the challenges in life, but still able to get to 5.0. Then why not I? That's what you have done. That question that people ask by looking at your achievement is what we recognize. And thank you. Thank you for your leadership and leading the way. And thank you, Shiva, for taking us through this wonderful journey thus far. Let me invite Coach Ani to take the next section from here. Is that right?
Yeah, that's me. So good morning, everyone. For Maharashtrian people there, happy Gudi Padwa, happy New Year. This is Coach Ani. I would like to start by setting the record straight. I think on the SAC award, my sources told me that I lost by a couple of points. It's just, I don't know about you, Bala, but just setting the record straight. But again, thank you. I always get honored to present this section. This is our coaches section. These are the true pillars of what we call as runners hide Bala, the crown jewels of RHWB organization. These amazing people, as you all know and all will agree with me, have been guiding us, motivating us, and very occasionally scaring us to run it a little faster. But these are the remarkable individuals who volunteer countless hours of their personal time. It takes a lot of time. And they have only one singular intention, is to give back to community and support each one of you on your running journey. There is nothing else in them for these folks. I also like to call out that we select our coaches very carefully. We look for their passion for running, their passion for long distance running, as a person giving back to community, and all of them do get RRCA certified. So they also are equipped with the right amount of knowledge to help you on your running journey. So again, thank you, coaches. It's you are the pillar of our strength. I also would like to talk about the other set of amazing people within RHWB administration. They are beyond our coaches. They are our dedicated tech team, the support function, the ops team, the FinOps team. These are the behind the scene heroes, if you want to call it. They do a lot of stuff behind the scene to make things happen for us, to facilitate this coaching, to facilitate all the events we do. So again, thank you, folks. Thank you for your dedication.
Absolutely. Thank you on behalf of RHWB and as well for me. Without you guys, RHWB cannot even perform 2% of what we are doing right now. So thank you so much for your attitude of giving more than taking and inspiring in the process, all of us. Thank you so much.
All right, let's move on. We purposefully add this slide, especially in interim SOU, because as we enter the peak meso cycle of our training program, which is 1 week, we generally have this interim SOU, as Bala mentioned, at the end of rest week, we are 1 week delayed. But the slide is essentially talking about how you have elevated your performance over the few weeks, right? Many of us began with doubts, questioning our ability to reach this point, even questioning our ability to run few miles, right? But I hope we generally see by the time you hit peak meso, the attitude has changed from I cannot do it, it is the sky's the limit. I can do it, right? Slowly but steadily, it is in my control. I hope all of you see that transformation by now. So again, congratulations to reach this stage of training. Miso is generally, and keep me honest, Vats and Bala, but generally 85 to 90% of runners do reach to peak Miso. 10% fall out, but you are those 90% of RHWB who started with an intention, started to do something with a lot of self-doubt, of course, but now you are at the stage where you are seeing things very, very differently. So again, congratulations. And let's move on to the next one. And as we prepare for the peak Miso, I'm sure a lot of your coaches are guiding on this, but I'm just going to go through this very fast. It is important that you look at that peak Miso as some kind of a sample long runs or a tryout runs to prepare for your race day. That is all these 3 weeks is about. Your distance volume is going to go up. Your long distances runs on the weekends are going to become longer and longer. So it is important that you plan for peak Miso in advance and with an intention. So next few slides are all about preparing and getting yourself organized for peak Miso. Starts with your long run checklist. I'm not going to read out everything, but Bala is going to share this slide and the video recording. But essentially go through this pre-long run checklist and use 3 weeks of time or remaining 2 weeks of time to see what works for you. What what pre-meal works for you, what post-meal works for you, what is that snack which gives you energy, in how much duration you need that gel, especially for half marathon and full marathon runners. Like Bala, let's go to the next slide. If you can go to the next slide. Yeah. So we have provided a kind of a best practice plan for nutrition on your long runs. Be intentional. Make sure you go through this and try it out in next 2 weeks. What works for you? What keeps you energized? What makes your run best run? But again, there are 3 stages to do this. Before the run, there are some activities in terms of what you consume, how much water you drink leading up to that long run. How do you manage your nutrition intake during the long run? Is it after 3 miles for you? Is it after 4 miles for you? What kind of gels your tummy can take? Because there are hundreds of gels companies there in the market, and not everything works for everyone. Again, the Puma is recommended brand from RHWB, but see what works for you. And after the run, what nutrition helps you best in your recovery? Okay. So please go through this, and the next 2 weeks is the trial time for you so that you are all set for the race day. Let's keep going. All right, then the recovery. Because peak Miso is all about high volume. You will be running half marathon and full marathon, or will be running a lot of long distances. It is important that you help your body. Body anyways recovers with rest, but you can accelerate that recovery by doing few things, and that is what is there on the slide. Icing is amazing. Epsom salt bath after your long runs can aid your recovery, and I also strongly recommend foam roll either right after your run. I personally do it. I give some time, and if my long runs are in the morning, my foam roll generally happens in the evening. So if you are an evening runner, do foam running in the morning, just not to bother those sore muscles. Let them recover a little bit, and then you can start foam rolling. But that is me. See what works for you.
Exactly. I just want to make one comment on the Epsom salt, folks. I want to make sure you understand why we say on Epsom salt, because once I understood it, I always ensure I do it, and it gives a lot of benefit. So what happens is, as you do long runs, especially as we enter into spring, you will sweat a lot more, and you lose a lot of electrolytes. Obviously, you'll take salt tablets, etc. But it takes some time for the salt tablets, the salt in the salt tablets, to go and replenish the salt loss that has taken place in various parts of your body, especially the muscles. And the loss of salt in the muscles is what causes the soreness and the pain and etc. Now, we really short circuit that. So when you take an Epsom salt bath, really take one fistful of Epsom salt and just throw it into the water, bathtub, hot water, warm water, lie down after a long run for a good 5-10 minutes. And essentially what happens is, due to this osmosis, salt from the Epsom salt concentrated water immediately enters through the skin, and all your muscles get a quick turbocharge of the required salt that they've lost it. Now, as a result, when you finish your Epsom salt bath and come out, I have experienced it myself multiple times. I feel totally refreshed, pain is gone. The soreness is gone, even if I run after 20, 22 miles. That's the reason why I do that. Till I understood this logic, I thought it's an extra work. Why should I go and do it, etc. But there is a reason why we say everything. And you don't, even if you don't understand the logic, don't have the time to understand the logic, put the trust in us, just do it. And you will have experiences and you will feel that much better after long runs. Okay. Back to you, Anil.
Yeah. No, thank you. I mean, in all of this, Bala is saying salt, but in other words, sodium is a key electrolyte. All of us know this. And the idea here is that how can we make sure that enough sodium is, helping us regulate that fluid balance in the body. And obviously, it's very essential for our nerve and muscle function. So yes, sodium, salt tablets, Epsom salt bath, everything revolves around that. All right. Again, you will be a little bit sore, right? I mean, peak meso, expect that little bit soreness and niggles will be here and there, but there are ways to handle it, right? Icing, using the bandage to compress the area. If at all there is a swelling, I hope there is no swelling, but even if there is a soreness, you can use this. Elevating your body or legs also helps you with the recovery. And again, these are guidelines. See what works for you, and obviously discuss with your coach. And then finally, this is like everything. We just wanted to put there before run, during run, after run. There are a lot of options. As I said, these are the recommended options, but see what works for you. That's why the peak meso, doing your runs on peak meso is so important.
This is a very mean slide, Ani. I mean, when I look at it, I'm hungry right now, and boy, this is just difficult to go through this slide, honestly.
Well, except that thali, which looks like, they call Bahubali thali. But I think we put that thali again to say there are multiple options. Choose what works for you. So that's, nutritious meal is directly translates to an amazing long run.
Absolutely.
All right. And then finally, why are we doing all this? I go through 16 weeks of training, coach messages, recovery, sodium, electrolyte balance. Why are we doing all this? I think all of us in the month of December take a resolution of sort to cross that distance in 16 weeks time. And we offer you that opportunity. We call it a race day, but it's a very different race day than any other races you have run before. I personally always call it a family run. RHWB family run, doing together, is organized completely by our RHWB volunteers. So it's organized by all runners. We are doing it in Johnson Park, Grove 4. So the location is amazing. It's central to New Jersey. All 200, 300 RHWB runners come together. Many of you know each other. Otherwise, it's a great opportunity to bond with each other. But we do it together. Whatever we started in December, it's a great opportunity to do with your family, with whom you train. A lot of races, you just train yourself and go with some, go to races where a lot of people you don't know. This is our family run where we train together for 16 weeks, and this is your opportunity to cross that finish line with your family and fellow runners. So please, encourage all of you to experience this. We also are unique in a way that we offer a full Desi/Indian lunch meal after the race. No bananas and bagel stuff. It's full on Desi lunch, which is again nutritious and good kind of celebrating your finishing of race. So link is there. Your coaches will be sending those. The coach corners, I'm sure there will be few reminders, but strongly recommend all of you to come with us and do that family. So this is in New Jersey. As we are scaling, we are offering it at 2 places. The second place is Dallas. We have a lot of concentration there. So if you can go to the next slide.
Yep. So just
New Jersey.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, New Jersey is on 22nd.
Yep. So I just wanted to make one comment, especially for those folks who have been to New Jersey races before.
Morning, which is for the race, and $20 for the lunch. Yes.
Got it. Hey, can you guys hear me? Yeah. No, I just wanted to say one thing before we go to the next slide. For those of you who have done our New Jersey races before, I just wanted to call out that this is a different location this time. We have done in Colonia Park was a location before. This time it is Johnson Park. So I just wanted to make sure that you don't get last minute, go to some other place and then have last minute problems. I just want to call that out. We'll continue to call it out, but back to you, Ani, for the next slide.
Yeah. And then looking at the response we have got, obviously we have a lot of concentration in Dallas and Houston area. So we do one race in Dallas areas as well. The coaches who are there, they organize this race. It's basically a mini reflection of what we do in New Jersey. Family runs done together, followed by lunch and whatnot, right? So but this happens 1 week before our 26th. So it's scheduled on April 20th. I think is the same place as last time, Oak Point Park, Plano. And again, we are going to share the link on the Coach Corner. So please do register and experience your runner's high with your family, with your fellow runner.
Absolutely. And I've attended all the 3 races thus far. And it's a very special group of people who come together, and it's got its own culture, guys. While it is similar to the overall RHWB race culture, which is we doing it for ourselves is the theme. And that's exactly what you can see in Dallas too. But as Ani said, there are folks who have been with us for a very long time. So they have built their own unique sort of culture and ecosystem there at Success. And it's a wonderful, beautiful course, a flat course, but very nice, picturesque location with a very nice place to sit and have a post-race party and medal celebrations. So can't wait to see many of you there. Another thing, Coach Ani, that is very, very unique in Dallas is the percentage of kids that run the race. It's quite high, as you can see in the pictures too, which is a very special feeling. There's a lot of kids who run and they enjoy the day. So it's, by the way, this is not just for RHWB. So if you, this is a great time to bring your friends and family over, and and maybe even introduce to them the magic of RHWB. Okay, so that's what I would say. Back to you, Ani.
Awesome. And then our tech team, believe it or not, they already started gearing up for season 14 admissions, which will launch on the race day, which is on 26th April. And we'll also launch, we have a final SOU also. We celebrate the entire season. We call it a final SOU. So we'll definitely launch it. But in the meantime, if you have any friends and families who you'd like to get benefited from RHWB, please ask them to fill up a form called expression of interest, so that when the S14 admission is launched, they get a direct email, because they don't attend our interim SOUs and final SOUs, as you know, right? And again, we don't market this in yellow pages. We don't market it on TV and newspaper, because it's all friends and family. So maybe you can do your bit, give back to your friend, give back to your family by asking them to join RHWB. It is on you. All right. Awesome. So that's it from my side. Thank you again. And let's move to the next section.
Thank you, Coach Ani. And point I wanted to make here is, folks who are, you all need not sign the expression of interest. You've already expressed your interest and you already completed a season with us. This is only for folks who are coming in new.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can remember that. But thanks, Ani, for walking us through. So let us go to the last section. And before I enter the last section, take a look at this. What you're seeing is Tromsø, Norway. Tromsø is the northern part of Norway. Norway itself is north, and Tromsø is like right at the north tip of Norway. So really close to the Arctic Circle. It's a very beautiful, very special place. And every year they conduct, in the summer solstice day, a midnight marathon. Literally, it's called midnight, but it's, as you know, it's a land of the midnight sun. So it's still a lot of light. So the marathon starts around 10 o'clock, 5K, 10K, half marathon and full marathon. Starts in the night, ends in the night, and a party after that. So it's a very special marathon. And of course, you can see the various views. What you're looking at here is chapter 2 of our Marathon Vacations project. Those of you who are here who may remember, we basically asked the question, hey, we're going to so many places now, and we are running, and because of RHWB scale, we find our own group. So then why don't we mix vacation and this marathoning together and deliver it as a package, marathon vacations with, there are marathon vacations company who bring in random people together and do the same. But now this is known people coming together in the same thing, and let's do it together under the construct of make it as economical as possible, provide a turnkey experience to our runners. So that they just, it's like the old Hero Honda ad, if some of you, I'm dating myself, but I'm talking about the 80s and 90s, where they would say, fill it and forget it, like, because of the fuel efficiency of the bike. Likewise, pay for it and forget it. That means you pay the thing, just book the flight, that's yours. Rest all is taken care of by RHWB. Somebody will receive you at the airport, take you to the hotel, boarding, lodging, everything is taken care of. Marathon booking is done. There is a tour that takes you to the expo, brings you to the medal. On top of that, we'll do 3 or 4 amazing vacation stuff in and around the place that we choose. All of this in a package. Of course, we'll have RHWB parties before and after. Think the hero on the ad. Just sign up for it and just forget it. We provide you an awesome holiday and a marathon experience with like-minded, amazing human beings. That's the idea. We did it in Istanbul. It was very successful. This is chapter 2. We are doing this in Norway, and it is on the 20th of June. We leave and come back 25th of June. The 21st is the marathon, and about 5 trips are planned in it. A cruise trip to the Arctic Circle, Senya hike, which is supposed to be very beautiful, etc. It's a very nice place. 40 of us are going. Initially, we had only limited to 25, but then, friends, and we can't say no sometimes. So we managed it. There's an amazing group of management committee, RHWB's own runners, focused on this, led by Ganesh and Lugna and Renu and Sajit and Premi. They all come together and they execute this with so much love and so much of attention to detail. So thank you, guys. And some of you are like, when did this happen? The answer to that is look at Coach Connor. Another reason for making sure you're on top of Coach Connor. There is no reason to say there's too much of messages, because Coach Connor is maximum 1 or 2 messages a week, which is the read-only message that I post. I posted multiple times, multiple feedback and etc. So this is already locked and loaded. I just want to share with you. The next one we are thinking, I will give you advance notice, and maybe it's a Sydney marathon, but that's the idea. So keep your ears and eyes open, and we will continue to execute on this wonderful initiative that is taking some good shape and giving a lot of happiness and a lot of networking opportunities and having fun together. So that's the marathon vacation start process. Now, last section, I wanted to come back to you for your gift that you had given us on our mid-season survey, which is the only survey that we take kind of a customer satisfaction. You all are our customers, or kind of NPS, Net Promoter Score, which is sort of standardized across all industries. So I just wanted to make sure that I come back to you on early learnings and just also offer thank you for your gift that you gave us. The feedback is a gift. First of all, 545 responses, 63% of the entire population, about plus 2% from last season. That itself is an awesome, win here. Typically, they say anything above 50% survey is a very good, I think even it's lesser, but anything above 50% is a very good representative sample of the population. So we are at 63%. That means whatever I'm going to present right now is a good representation of the zeitgeist of RHWB population for season 30. So I just want to first say thank you, guys. Thank you for taking that extra effort and giving us, the coaches, the management team, the gift of your feedback that we will work on. This is the only way we are focused on when this is the rubber hits the road for us. When we do everything we do well, finally, in NPS, it needs to reflect. That's the idea. And all the qualitative responses, we'll pick it up and learn from it and try to improve ourselves. This is the overall sort of way in which the feedback came. If you look at it on the rightmost column, 63% overall, but actually 73% from folks who had a coach, the pro coach. Of course, light runners, a little bit lower as expected because they're doing their own thing. So there is an engagement deficit there. But overall, fantastic response rates. Thank you very much. Before I just show you the results, I just want to spend 2 seconds for folks who do not know what is NPS. Now, NPS is a Net Promoter Score. What we essentially do is we ask you a simple question. Eventually, we ask you a simple question. Are you ready to recommend RHWB to your friends and network? That's a simple question. At the end of the day, it's like a stock price. If everything is going well, blah, 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 the company's stock price should reflect that. It's the singular metric in which all of the things fall in. That's what NPS is all about. So we ask you a rating on 1 to 10, as you know. 9 and 10 are considered promoters of this thought of recommending RHWB to others. 7 and 8 is kind of neutral number. Even though it's a high number, we consider it neutral. We, as in the promoter score, mechanics consider it neutral. Anything 6 and below is considered detractors. That means they're still not there. So the NPS score really is essentially percentage of promoters minus percentage of detractors by the sort of the total population. That's really what NPS score is. Score is given from minus 100. What that means is when it is 0, then the total number of promoters are the same as the total number of detractors. That's what it is. So anything positive means there are more promoters than detractors. Anything negative means there are more detractors than promoters. That's the foundational concept. Of course, anything other than 50 means there's a lot more promoters than detractors. That's an awesome place to be in. So if you think about this, these are the various companies' latest published promoter scores. Of course, Tesla is out there. I don't know how it'll be recently with all the things that are going on with Tesla. But if you look at it, there are some massive, big, huge companies that are very proud of their NPS scores. Starbucks is 77, Netflix is at 46, Garmin 27, 51 is in Amazon. Is Apple there? Yeah, Apple is at 50. These are all mega companies that really pride in the way they land with their customers and look at their positive scores. They're very proud of them. So what I mean to say is anything above 50 is you are in the upper echelons of NPS score is basically my point. With all that, how did we do? Let's talk about how did we do. So we asked 2 sections of the questions. First one was the coach, just your own coach. Would you recommend your coach the overall number? How are you? How many promoters and how many detractors are there? And at a sub level, we also asked, how is your coach doing in terms of giving you feedback? How is he able to he or she is able to communicate, and how he or she is able to form good relationships with you? And the answer to those questions, basis the 63% response rate that we got, is this incredible score. 89 is the overall number for NPS for coaches, increased by 3 points this season. But compared to what I was saying, anything above 50, I will take it as a win. Man, some say it's difficult to improve on perfection, but it seems like that's exactly what we're doing. We are exactly doing, and I'm just putting my modesty aside. And hopefully you hear excitement and not some overconfidence here. I just feel excited that whatever we are doing, you guys like it. And as a result, you're giving us this feedback. Across the board, phenomenal positive movement at a coach level. So congratulations, my fellow coaches, for earning this from your runners. Please continue to do that. Hopefully it motivates you to continue to go to maybe increase it +1 next time. Who knows? We can still continue to improve on perfection, as they say. Now, overall, from an RHWB overall standpoint, this is what it was. We asked overall, would you recommend RHWB? And how do you think on communication and running knowledge that generally gets imparted in RHWB? And this is the thought process, 91 overall. A little low from last time, -1, but come on. After 90, I mean, this is just goes up and down. I can totally see that. I think we have a little bit of work to do on the communication. It is trending down a little bit, which I agree. There's a lot of communications. It's something that we need to clean up just to make sure that things don't get overwhelmed, especially for new runners. But all that said, I would go and sleep with a smile with a 91 number for RHWB. And that, of course, is the reason why it scales because of word of mouth. So thank you again, folks. I will not go through the whole thing, but I can tell you some themes that are coming up. Very structured and well-organized program. People love it. People love the clarity. People love the professional guidance. Supportive and inspirational community. They see each of us support each other. It's quite inspirational to connect with members. This is exactly what we want to hear from people. Dedicated and passionate coaches. I don't have to respond more. They recognize, the population recognize the dedication and passion that coaches represent in the way they talk, they encourage, they respond, personal investment in people's journey. These are things that our runners enjoy. I am so glad that this comes out as one of those qualitative feedback. Inclusivity at different fitness levels, a core founding principle, no runner left behind. We are not interested in making, we are interested, but in making someone get a 5-minute PR in full marathon and qualify for Boston. Yes, it gives us satisfaction. But you know what gives us more satisfaction? That last runner who thought he could never do 1 kilometer went and did a 5K today. That is what we are going for. That's the segment that RHWB represents. Everyone can get the gift of love and the gift of health from RHWB. So thanks for saying that. It's a transformational experience for many. their life has changed pre and post RHWB. And I'm humbled by this feedback. This is exactly what drives us as management team. In terms of improvement areas, clearly more clarity and streamlining of communication. This is something not new to us. We try, but boy, we don't know if we move away from WhatsApp, what will happen. There is so many things that are happening. We'll continue to improve, folks. That's all I can say. We will keep focused on it. Definitely people want a little bit more on nutrition and hydration. We have some thoughts on that in terms of adding some additional sort of work streams like yoga. I will come back to you on that. Off-season training and continuous engagement. I think it's a great idea. I think it's something we'll work through and see what we can do. Recently, we launched a Ekalavya program, which is about just going and clicking and just getting your training schedule without any coaches anytime you feel like. So maybe it is through that channel we can do an off-season training engagement. We will come back to you on this. We'll discuss in our management team and come back to you on that. But that's a great idea. More groups, local runs, engagement. They would like many local runs. I know it's always something that's important. When they look at the New Jersey runs, they're saying, why not in my place? I think it's a fair thing. We just have to work on it. There are some questions on final surge and race day support, communications, coaching adjustments. There are some folks who are saying a bit more customized coaching feedback would be nice. And of course, improving tech and tracking capabilities. All of this are very valid, good, solid feedback. I just want to say thank you for that. We will work on it. While we can't solve everything in one season, but when I compare where we are today versus where we were season 6, the only driving force of our improvement was your feedback. We worked on it, and we couldn't do all 10 of them maybe, but we did 2 of them this time, next time another 2, and we keep going. It's a forward and onward journey. So thank you so much for all your feedback. So I want to end by saying just one thing. Today, I will do what others won't. So tomorrow, I can do what others can't. What a beautiful quote that captures the very essence of your journey thus far. 13 weeks of things that nobody thought you would do, that you're doing. And very soon, you're going to look at the light at the end of the tunnel. When you have that medal, medal is just a medal. It's nothing big. But what the medal represents is what we are here for. And what it represents is a respect to working hard and delivering it in a consistent manner is really what RHWB is all about. And in the process, improving health, inspiring others, and having a network of incredible human beings. Boy, that deal, I will take it every day, every moment of my life till the end of my life, if a deal is that. So with that, folks, I just want to thank my fellow panelists for making this happen. Thank all my fellow management team for making a possibility of actually improving on perfection from the NPS score standpoint. Thank you all runners for being with us. Without you, we wouldn't have been so motivated in life. Thanks for listening to all of us and doing all the best that we can do. So with that, folks, I can leave it back to you just 2 minutes late. I think that itself is a massive RHWB history moment that we actually finished it on that. So thank you so much, everybody. And any comments, please put it on the chat and then we can. Thank you.